Places. Shirley Jackson would love to hear the inspiration behind the song Wild Places. Woo! Oh man, that's a long story. Shirley Jackson, let me just tell you that song Wild Places is about trust. And it's about people trusting each other in relationships, you know. And that's something that is a very difficult thing to get. It's my experience of all the relationships I've been in, which have been a lot. There's been a lot of non-trust and things, not necessarily coming from me, but from maybe the person that I've been with. It's very difficult to be a musician and be in this business and play music and have people that you're going out with actually trust that you're not like being a bad guy to them or messing around. It's a lot of that. So that's something that has been very difficult, not for me, but usually for the other person, because of the fact that they're in a relationship with me. Even though I'm not messing around with anybody, it doesn't matter just because I'm, you know, I'll sing a song to somebody, or I dedicate something to somebody, or somebody asks me for something, or people come to my shows and they want to hug, or they want to kiss, or they want to take a picture. It all becomes like an issue. So Wild Places has a lot to do with that. But it's a little bit more romantic than that, because I didn't want it to be so about, you know, people not trusting. That would be a song called I Don't Trust You, which I need to write too. But this is more like a song about saying to somebody, hey, you know, I care about you, and I want to know more about you in a real true way. And that's really what it's about. The fact that it has like kind of sort of sensual overtones and stuff is because that's part of what happens when you're in a relationship with somebody, you know. I mean, hopefully that's what's happening. So that's probably a little bit of an explanation for that that I can give you. I'll do that song now for you, and I'll do it for Robert Bowden's as well. You guys have asked for it, and I appreciate it. So I like to play that song. Let me into your wild places, places you never go. I want to run through your open spaces, the ones that you yet not know. Take my hands and show me where you're. Raging rivers flow into your wild places with you. Never met a woman with a love so true. And all I ever wanted is right here in you. But the more I get to know you, deeper that I want to go. Tell me about the dreams that you dream at night, all the little feelings you keep locked up tight. Don't be afraid, wanna face them all with you. Let me into your wild places, places you never go. I wanna run through your open spaces, the ones that you yet not know. Take my hands and show me where you're. Raging rivers flow into your wild places with you. If I don't wanna know the things you hide, the secrets that are living on the other side, from your sacred temples to your jungles underground. We all have feelings that nobody can touch. If it seems I wanna see a little too much, girl, you gotta know with me, there's nothing that you have to protect. 'Cause there's a strong storm breaking in my heart that's aching like a restless yearning wind. I wanna dive in the fires of your deep dark desires, to where no man's ever been, into your wild places, places you never go, into your open spaces, ones that you yet not know. Take my hands and show me where your raging rivers flow, into your wild places with you. Take my hands and show me where your raging rivers flow, into your wild places with you. Into your wild places with you. Thanks for asking for that. I mean, that song was way more than just what I was talking about, you know, earlier before the song. You know, it's really about, it's about allowing yourself to be vulnerable with the person that you really care about. And that's something that I've, just in my own experience, have seen people that have been kind of locked down emotionally that I've been with, you know, and I'm just always kind of encouraging people to just not have that, you know, or just figure out a way to strip that down. I had 20 years of therapy, so you know, I learned a lot from being in there about communicating. So, and it helped me a lot with my songwriting, being in therapy, because I had a lot of blockage and different things that were going on with me, you know, especially after my brother was killed. And just sort of the way I was raised, you know, like you weren't really raised to have your feelings, to feel things, or to talk about them. And these are things that I did later in life, not later in life, but later than in my youth. And so it's about really kind of stripping back all the layers and to be able to be vulnerable. But it's a tough thing because you're in this world and it's not that easy. And then I'm in the music business, which means that you've got to sit around and basically get rejected by just about everybody you go to meet, because it's a business that's a very tough business to be in. So if you don't kind of carry a hard shell along with you, it's hard to just get broken down every single time. So you have to figure out a way to be able to be vulnerable and allow yourself to be that way, and also to be able to be strong and be tough when you need to be. So it's a kind of a tough place. It's probably the reason why I like that song of all places a lot, and why I like to sing it, because it's always encouraging me myself. And also what I like to sing it for people is I like to encourage people to have that, you know, in their own relationships. You know, I've sang that song at people's weddings as their wedding song, you know. And I always think that that's such a cool thing, because it's a really, if you really care about somebody, you should want to have all those layers peeled back and be able to see each other, because you know, I mean, at the end of the day, life is it's too short to sort of keep all those kind of layers of protection in front of you, even though you sort of kind of need it just to get through get through life and the things that happen to you. So anyways, that's a little bit of an explanation for that. It's for you, Shirley. Thanks for asking for that.